For the old heads out there, do y'all remember the days where John and I just wouldn't do a cold open, and instead we'd just insult you straight to your face? Call you gamers, bastards, deplorable freaks. Those were the good old days. Do you miss it? Do you miss it when we just look down on you for the decisions you've made in your life?
Oh, God.
Is it nostalgic now? We've been doing this, 3 years? That's long enough for nostalgia.
Dude, yeah, yeah. Oh, shit, yeah, it has been 3 years.
It has been 3 years.
Dude, it's fucking wild. Yeah, in November it was 3 years. Dude, that's fucking wild.
It's been... it's been.
Oh, that's a throwback. It's been.
Yeah, surprise. This episode's just... Hey, remember that thing we did?
Oh my god. Hey, remember that one time?
Yes. It's like how most media is nowadays. It's just sequels and... basically, this is the Ready Player One of Paramecia Fancast episodes.
Hey, you guys remember when we said Kaido Pog? That was like 3 episodes ago. Oh my god, dude, throwback.
XD. Remember when we hated pudding?
Yeah.
And then remember when we loved pudding?
And then we hated pudding, and then we loved pudding.
Honestly, I don't even remember. We started like at the start of Whole Cake Island, huh?
We started a bit ways through Whole Cake. I think the first episode was like right when Katakuri and Luffy were starting their fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
We started like... It was kind of weird where we started, but it was also, like, hype.
Yeah. It was, like, right in the thick of Whole Cake when we started.
Hot damn. And honestly, like, yes, John and I do this because we enjoy it, really. We're not looking for... Like, look at me. Look at me, dear listener. Straight in the eyes, please.
Straight in the eyeballs, please.
If you're getting into podcasting for like clout or money, you're in the wrong spot.
Don't.
Just don't. Like most things, it takes a sheer amount of luck. But that being said, we have been pretty lucky. Like, we're really glad to have, like, the community that we do have of, you know, the anime communities can be a certain way, and we say this a lot.
Yeah.
And we're glad that y'all are not. It is a blessing that we count every single goddamn day.
Yeah. Like, every time... I don't know. Every time we talk about anything, I'm so glad that everybody in our Discord and on Twitter is like civil. Like
it truly, because I would honestly creating a Discord for an anime IP. Frankly, a huge mistake.
On paper, sounds like a very bad idea.
Terrible idea. But I'm glad to have seen that, John and I were not shy about our ideals and this and that. And we're not shy about how we feel about the other side of the community either. So I'm hoping that some mix of that, you stir it around in a little pot, it leads our community a certain way. I'd hope, at least.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I mean, it feels like there's a lot more new fans coming into the series.
True.
Because like the One Piece pod, the One Piece pod, like the official One Piece podcast, they Us. No, 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 I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, us. No, they have the same sort of thing. Like they've done a good job of it. I know like our friends at King of the What Now, and even
Yeah.
Trey from the Full Spectrum. Like he's a big One Piece fan, but his podcast, like all the people in our group, and like I notice it in the One Piece podcast like posts and stuff. Like it feels like there's an effort being made to really curate like a good and open community, I guess.
A better community.
Yeah.
The one good thing about doing like a podcast for like manga specifically is that y'all won't see spoilers. Though sometimes for like our episode title card, it'll be like a standout panel that John will choose. But even still, like it's not like we don't go for like Yamato's a what?
Yeah. If it'll be like a panel for the YouTube thumbnail and like on Twitter, but like again, those will only release like after the chapter's been out. So like there's enough time if you read it on release, or even like the next day. Like you won't be like we don't Omega I don't name the title like
did you know everyone dies?
Yeah.
Except we have actually named episodes like One Piece is over, Luffy died.
Yeah, One Piece is over. I think my favorite one was Kiku is all right.
Oh,
and then the panel of her arm getting ripped off, and I was like, it's too good for me not to do this. Like,
we deserve that.
And I love Kiku, so don't even come at me, guys. I main her in fucking Pirate Warriors 4. Hop off.
It's like what, 150 some episodes? Give us one.
Yeah,
or two, maybe.
I'm allowed one.
One or two, exactly. No, but enough reminiscing. Though I will say it's a good time for reminiscing in the community as a whole, because holy shit, we're at chapter 999?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. The new year's gonna
sake...
start.
Oh, man.
With fucking... Did we even introduce ourselves?
We did not.
Yeah, welcome to Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece Fancast, where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and have a different One Piece related discussion every single week. My name is John.
My name is Franz.
But yeah, chapter 999, dude. This is wild. It doesn't feel real almost.
I like, not to get like too deep into it, but like I feel like I, like a lot of people, have suffered through like depression in the past several years. And like one thing that's like always like kept me is like I gotta see how One Piece continues. Like, it's not the end all be all for me, and I don't believe it'd be healthy for that to be your only motivator.
Yeah.
But like sometimes if you're having a bad day and it's close to release, it's kind of like it's nice.
Yeah.
And for us to be here celebrating this milestone with y'all, woo.
It feels right. No, it's crazy to have I forget Sawyer on Twitter or on YouTube, Sawyer7Mage. He does like One Piece reviews. He's an old head. He used to do Naruto like every week. It was you go to him for the Naruto reviews. Just like teching with like Bleach and stuff. But he's talked about it before in terms of like when Naruto ended, because he was like, man, he's like, it's good. It's like you know, every week you have this sort of like, no matter what happens in your life, like you have this thing that's just a constant in your life. Like, okay, every Thursday, or before, back in the day, every Thursday was the release of Naruto. Like, no matter what happened that week, that Thursday, unless it was like a specified break, like you could always look forward to that day and just like have something. And that's One Piece now, dude. Like, it's crazy.
we've got a couple more years too, and it's a ride. I'm so glad.
Yeah, it's so good. Chapter 99. It's the lead up to 1000. It's an important chapter because Oda's like, so the color spread is big as fuck. So it's 2 pages. It's a 2-page color spread, and it's only one half of the color spread. The second half is gonna be when 1000 drops. And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that it's supposed to be an updated version of the chapter 100 color spread.
Yes, it is, in fact.
Yeah, with the whole crew, so that's going to be great.
I'm dumb. I can own this.
Yeah.
I can just go and get this.
I can own this. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. There is the color spread looks really good. There's nothing really to say other than one thing that I'll bring up at the end of the chapter because it's so funny when you like. It's so funny.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah.
It's so funny. So I'll bring it up at the end. But yeah, Oda says, all right, like color spread, fuck the cover story. We're going straight into the chapter.
And we start straight from the flashback from last time. Mind you, before we get into it, I do want to say the name of the chapter is The Sake I Brewed to Drink with You. And what's his name? Sandman.
Yeah.
He's a Japanese native who translates a lot of One Piece news in general. He brought up that this is a reference to a piece of like classical literature written during the Heian period or somewhat after that called the Manyoshu. It's pretty like foundational like poetry and shit like that. And the line goes, I wonder if I'll have to drink this sake alone, although I brewed it to drink it with you. Because of the whole, like, rest in peace Ace kind of shit.
Yeah. Damn.
So that shit hits hard.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Yeah, it was good to see Ace again.
Honestly.
Like, it was... like, we start the chapter off right on Onigashima, like, both... like... Ace and Yamato, both of them are just going at it. And he's like, who are you? Name yourself. And Yamato's like, you go first.
But, like, Ace actually, like, does it. He takes it. I'm Ace. I've come here to take Kaido's head. And, like...
And Yamato...
Should you be saying that?
Yeah. Yamato instantly is like, well, my father and his men are on an expedition. You won't find a single officer on this island. And Ace is like, father? And all of the Spade pirates are like, Kaido's daughter? And you see Yamato's about to beat their ass, like,
yeah. Yamato was like, you could make the argument that Yamato has reason to be ticked off for, like, a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And especially, like, this scene is this is a very different Yamato to the Yamato we see now. Still the whole, like, Odin worship and this and that, and still, like, trying to be a man of sorts.
Yeah.
But, like, this is a very hopeless Yamato. But even still, he's like, he just beats them.
Yeah. I love it. And they're like, surely you've had enough violence for now. Not that I have any obligation to protect this island. And, like, you can see all the fucking, like... it's all the gifters before they got their devil fruits. You can recognize a couple of them. Like, the dude in front with the hair, that's the scorpion guy. Because he has the same... I forget his name.
The dude with the hat behind him, too.
Yeah. It's, and I think later you can see Babanuki before he has the elephant.
Yes. Babanuki and I believe, someone else. There was like someone else I recognized. All of them.
I think it's Hold'em
in that panel.
Yeah.
I think it was Hold'em.
Yeah. But you see them all there on the ground, like, destroyed. And I like it because Ace he looks down and he notices the cuffs around his wrists, around Yamato's wrists. And the Spade Pirates are like, shall we, Ace? Let's go back to the mainland. The families of these abducted children are waiting. And they're like, oh, thank you. And Ace is just pissed off. He's like, it doesn't make sense that someone this powerful isn't the captain. I want to settle this.
And then finally, Yamato introduces himself. I am Yamato. I've been sitting around bored anyway. I'll be your opponent. Fucking bust them out. They clash.
Yeah.
And then we like just completely basically skip the fight. And we're in the middle of like a very kind of like something we'd expect of Luffy.
Yeah.
Coming from Ace. Him saying, you can't choose your father, Yamato. So you hate your old man that much. Forget about the cuffs. Why do you let him chain your heart too? And like, oof, chef kiss.
Yeah.
And then this is where we see Babanuki and I don't know if that's Hold'em.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Hold'em. It kind of looks like it, but it might not be.
We've seen him as a gifter.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the snake guy in the middle. The guy with the snake feet, the rattlesnake.
Oh, I think so.
Poker, I think his name was, or something like that.
Poker was it.
Yeah. But either way, they're like, no, young Master Yamato, don't. That's a symbol of Kaido's power. And Yamato, he's like, I wish I could leave too. I want to sail out to sea and go on adventures. I want to live as free as Odin did. And Ace is like, hey, that's a spirit, and punches the dragon statue and puts the dent in it that we saw last chapter.
Like, it's so... Thinking of the fact that, like, he went there to beat Kaido, but couldn't because Kaido wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then metaphorically, like, did the blow on Kaido, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
I hate seeing speaking after a word that ends in ly because it makes me think of when you do your Ben Shapiro impersonation.
Wait, what do you mean after what?
Because I said metaphorically speaking, and it made me think of hypothetically speaking.
Hypothetically speaking, if Kaido was on this island, does he deserve rights?
But like, it's very nice to see that, like,
hypothetically speaking, wouldn't the people of the Flower Capital just move away if they moved Onigashima?
Oh.
Okay, enough. Continue.
So, he like metaphorically put the dent in Kaido, but this like tipped over the dominoes that like put a dent in Kaido's defenses by completely shifting Yamato over like to the enemy side.
Yeah.
Cause after this, we just switch scenes entirely. I think they're on top. No, they're not on top of the skull. They're somewhere.
They're on top of some like cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, some outcrop on the side of Onigashima, and they're just drinking. They're laughing. They're laughing and drinking, and Ace mentions such a shame when we get along so well like this, and Yamato bemoans his cuff, saying, "If I ever get these off, I swear I'll go out to sea too." And it's so cute. He starts asking Ace about like how it's like outside. Was Tama like this with Luffy?
Yeah, she Tama was real like. I remember. I think she asked Luffy how it was outside, but I remember her being like really excitable when she was speaking to Luffy.
It felt like a parallel. It felt nice.
Yeah, but it's so awesome. It's so cute because Yamato's like, what? Like, what's it like out there? Are there a lot of young folks making names for themselves? The first thing Ace is like, young folks, Well, there's that Kevin something guy. People are talking about him, I guess. It's like Cavendish. Even in the flashback, nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Is Cavendish a supernova?
No, his lore is that he made his name just before the supernova, and then once the supernova like became popular, like everybody just forgot about it.
Right.
Oh my god. But it's like he's like Kevin something. People are talking about him, I guess. I'm on another level of my own, of course, but I hear there's guys tearing it up in the other seas. Kid in the south, Law in the north, Beige in the west. But the toughest one of them all won't be setting sail for a few years yet. My little brother. He's gonna be massive, trust me. And you see little shit-eating Ace like, and Yamato's like, how many times are you gonna mention your brother?
Dude, it's so fucking funny. Like, so where I live, I'm not in a small town by any means. I'm not in the big city either. I would say I'm in a small. Where I live is very weird to categorize.
Yeah,
but it can have its small city moments, and there's this one dude. So like in Japan, there's like a bunch of girls. They aspire to be idols, and these aspirations start coming out like when they're like 14 or so. So they start working, and there might be like local agencies, or they like perform at some small events, like some citywide stuff, nothing big or anything, but what's available locally. There's this one guy who I don't know who he is. I don't know where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He's an old man, to like a little like hunched over, but he always comes like dressed up, like dress shirt. If it's cold enough, he'll have like a suit on as well, like fucking pressed slacks and this and that. And he'll come in for a second. The first time I saw him, I thought it was a MAGA hat, like because like it's a red hat. But on the front, it has like tinsel and shit. It's like shiny, and
what the fuck?
He'll always like hand make like merchandise for whatever he's like, whoever he's witnessing that day. He'll go around to several events in like the Tri-City area, and just like,
dude, what?
Just cheer for younger people. It's something that, like, I like to hope that it's cute and wholesome. It also worries me.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know shit from fuck. I just see it.
He sounds like just like the Omega hype man.
He's the Omega hype man. And, like, and he'll always, like, he doesn't, like, have a dance or anything because he's decrepit. But, like, he'll like swing his arms like just up and down, like both arms at the same time. Just they go up and down to the rhythm as he holds like two fans that he like custom printed this picture of a 14-year-old girl on and
Holy
wrapped tinsel
shit.
around it. And like, hell fucking yeah. And I want to see Ace like this. This is what Ace is.
That's what
like,
Ace
is like, man, the next fucking idol, you haven't fucking heard of him yet, but he's about to hit the fucking circuit and he's gonna blow your fucking shit off. Do you want to pre-order his merch now or not?
Yeah. I accept all credit cards.
If not, I've also got PayPal, or I haven't been in America, so I don't know about many cashless options, to be honest.
Yo, y'all got Cash App?
Yeah. Cash App. What's your Cash App? Couldn't you? Am I high, or could you not send money through Snapchat? That was a thing, right?
That was a thing. You could. I don't know if they stopped it. It was like Snap Cash or something. I don't know if they stopped. I think they stopped it because I don't.
Why the fuck did they have that?
I mean, I'd never send any of my bum friends money on there anyways. But
For fucking real, like, just give me cash, bro.
Yeah.
We went to dim sum together. Just give me cash.
Just give me cash, you bitch. Like,
Anyways, so Ace is hyping him up, and Yamato's thinking about this fondly, saying that the truth is about this dragon statue is, I broke it first, but then he said this is a warning to Kaido. Until the next time I show up here. My father was furious, but he never saw Ace in person.
damn.
I like this line, in person, because I feel like it implies that, and I don't remember, I have a shitty memory. I feel like it implies that Kaido watched the execution live. Because it was fucking televised.
Kaido was on his way to the execution.
He was!
And Shanks intercepted him, and I think now this is like an this might have been why. He might,
that's true. Well,
Shanks, like, Ace is about to get executed, and this man Kaido was gonna stop the execution, like, kill all the Marines,
first.
take Ace, just so he could kill him, be like, you fucked up my statue, bruh.
I feel like it was also because Kaido had it out for Whitebeard.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that too, but
Yeah, a lot of different things.
yeah.
But like,
But it's just
boy,
like
howdy.
now we have a more concrete reason, because like before it was like, well, why the fuck was he, like, was Kaido just trying to start shit? Like, why was he on course to, like, why did Shanks have to intercept him from the from Marineford? And it's like, oh, this makes a lot more sense now. Like, oh, he's pissed. Like, oh, that's the guy that broke my statue? Let's go. Let's roll.
it is quite a bit of context. Yeah.
But I love Momonosuke here. He's like, there was a pirate who's trying to save Wano? And he's like, wait, father? And then Yamato's like, yeah, Kaido's my father. What?
Shinobu just battle rolling out of there, just combat rolls.
And I love it. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry I forgot to mention that, but don't worry, I hate him. I told you I'm Odin, right? And that makes even less sense.
And then Shinobu from fucking downtown, I believe I understand the story now. I appreciate your help.
Stop being shy and come over here.
This panel in Japanese was quite a hoot. I don't always read the chapters in Japanese because, to be honest, it's fucking homework.
Yeah.
I should do it a little more because, like, so I'm gonna start, like, architect school, like, in a couple years, and I've recently bought, like, a piss ton of architecture books, and there's, like, one in specific about, like eco-friendly architecture and shit, but it's so some of the books that I got were English and Japanese. This one's all Japanese. I need to practice my reading, so I might as well fucking do this. But this panel in specific, was cute because Shinobu's using Keigo, the form of Japanese that's like for higher ups or like and the like. It's the incredibly formal version of Japanese. And Yamato, instead of like saying like, oh, don't be shy, says like, please stop using Keigo and come back over here. It was good.
Love it. Oh, it's good. And they're like, but why would you tell us about that man? Ace died 2 years ago. Oh, I didn't know. You see, he was... And then that's Yamato talking to Momo, and then we cut to Tama, Nami, and Usopp on top of the Koma Inu, and he's like, yep, that's right, I believed in Ace. That's why I've been working to be a kunoichi. But big bro Luffy couldn't give me the bad news gently. He's got no delicacy. And then, oh, I'm sorry, that's just what he's like, though. And then Nami's like, you know, Tama, that event was really painful for Luffy, too. And she's like, huh? There's a part later in the chapter where you get the payoff to that, but it's so funny.
It's so good.
Because I thought about it when I read that panel. I was like, Huh. Like, that's right. Like, Luffy did never tell Ota, like, oh,
Never
like,
told her.
he never told, like, yo, Ace is my brother. Like, he was literally just like, hey, yeah, Ace is dead. Like, stop.
And like it's something we talked about back then.
Yeah. Because I
Just, like,
remember
so
we
much
were
has
like,
happened, we
oh,
forgot.
that might be like a moment for Luffy to like straight up tell her like, oh yeah, like, you know, Ace was my brother and he died. Like, just but he never even told her. It's just like, hey, Ace is dead. Stop.
10 out of 10 Luffy. We love him. In this
love
house, we love him. We switch over to the performance floor inside the dome, and Queen's yelling, "Stop Marco! Stop him right now! Don't let him get away!" And then some of the Beast Pirates are like, "He did save our lives, though." And then one of them's like, "Yeah, but Queen will kill us." So they're going after him, and like Marco's just like chilling there, just like, hey, I'm not after Kaido, okay? But he does give orders to Robin and Brooke, calling Brooke Bone Man, telling them to run into the castle. And they start dogpiling him. They're like, oh, yeah, got him. Marco, the Phoenix is mine. And flip the page. It's just a small panel.
I love it.
Sword straight through his head. And he's just like,
are you ready? Like, he's getting grabbed and stabbed and all this shit, but like, it doesn't fucking, because we saw it in Marineford, he could get like stabbed and bullets go through him, like nothing. He's just made of flame. Like, this,
he's better than a Logia fruit? ?
Yeah, his fruit is like a Logia / zone fruit. Like, he's just Ace, but built differently. Like,
honestly.
When he's like, are you ready? With a sword through his skull, and then Zoro's like, let's go.
And then transformation, absolutely glittering, bust through all of those fucking small fry. And Queen's like, hey, Zoro's there. Zoro's just like, nice view.
I love it
looking straight up at like his taint.
I love it because, like, okay, and I know it's supposed to be Zoro like flying. We're like, hey, nice view, but he's also looking straight up at Marco's penis, and he's like, hey, nice view.
It feels like this is a bit of an ancient meme, but it's that fucking. That really cringe, like, gay porn line where it's like, oh, don't be sorry. My dad never told us to never be ashamed of our penises. It, like...
that's Marco and Zoro right now. Don't be afraid. Our daddy told us not to be ashamed of our penises.
It's not the same, but it's got the same vibe.
It's got the same power. The same cursed power.
God almighty. Entirely cursed. Hate it.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. Let me Google this word. I hate that I'm right. Do you know what a cloaca is?
No, but I based on what we were just talking about, I'm afraid to know the answer.
So, like, the humans got lots of holes, right?
Oh no.
Birds don't.
Oh no.
So, you just stare at the cloaca. Not even the penis, the cloaca.
Oh god.
His butt pee hole.
Is that real? They have a nut pee hole? Like, it's just a hole in the front? That's just for...
I'm not a birdologist. I'm no expert in bird physiology nor bird law.
Oh,
but
god.
Yeah, like, have you like been around a bird?
Where's
like been to like a friend's house who had a bird or some shit?
No, like the only person's house I've been to that had a bird was yours, but I never like stared at your I never stared into the fucking cloaca. Like,
right, yeah. Birds piss and shit at the same time. Like, and like,
Holy
not
shit.
like, not
So-
like,
Are they the meme? Like, did the male birds piss, shit, and cum all at the same time?
I do believe the penis is separate from the cloaca,
Okay.
but I don't know if the vagine is separate from the cloaca. I'm afraid to think that Adri actually would know this, and it's a crime that she's unfortunately sleeping right now.
Oh, I thought you said it's a crime that she knows that information.
That too. Okay, hold on.
Here's a new segment in our ongoing segment of like personally invasive questions we're gonna ask Oda in SBS. Hey, hey Oda, longtime fan, first time writer. When Zoro was looking up at Marco, like birds have a hole that they come and piss through. Does Marco have one of those, or do we got a big old dong situation?
So,
This has caused a huge rift in my friendship. Please, I need to know the answer. Thank you. Thank you for
please,
your
there's
time.
blood on my hands.
Yeah.
According to Britannica, the dictionary, cloaca, Latin for sewer,
Oh, no.
invertebrates, common chamber and outlet into which the intestinal, urinary, and genital tracts open.
Oh my god.
But I used to be in like an agriculture class in middle school. This is way too long of a fucking like side bit, but I did have to like learn how to identify the sex of like birds, and like birds do have pee-pee, but it's separate from the cloaca. I'm pretty sure.
What?
Yes, but like it's kind of like a, it's like a Red Rocket situation.
Oh, okay. That's all you had to say.
So like nowhere near as that, but yeah, more or less. Anyways, Zoro's straight fucking zoning in is the point. Is what we want to get at.
Zoro's a man after all of our hearts. He knows
He's in
what
the
he
cloaca
wants.
zone.
Yeah, he's in the cloaca zone. You can't see it, but in that panel, his other eye is open. Gazing upon the might of the mythical zone cloaca.
This hefty discussion about bird
dong
and anus right before kind of a touching moment.
Yeah, this flashback is real good.
Because we got Whitebeard telling off Ace. How many times have I told you? You know who used to be the 2nd Division commander before you, and why the position was unfilled for so long. I guess this implies a strength kind of thing.
Yeah,
But-
I took it as sort of like a strength thing, but also like Odin was like so special to them, like to Whitebeard
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
I read into it as more of like a like Ace, do you understand like why I never filled that position with somebody? Because like that man Odin is like, that's my bro right there. Like that's not anybody can take his place.
Honestly, the one thing that on our Discord,
Yeah, somebody brought it up. I wanted to talk about it when
Yeah.
we got to this part.
Doezu or Dozu, they
Dozu?
mentioned that
Sorry for mispronouncing it. I think it's Dozu.
it might be Dozu. That sounds reasonable, but
Dozu. Anyway.
they brought up that like it's kind of weird that so Izzo's here saying we only learned of Lord Odin's death several years after it happened, and he has a line later that's essentially like a throwaway line, honestly speaking, but it kind of sucks. And this isn't a translation thing. It's just like the actual narrative. It kind of sucks that Izo doesn't show a shred of resentment here at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's, yeah, it's
because
weird,
Whitebeard does.
I think the explanation for it is in what Marco says, because he's like, we considered moving on Wano many times, but never did in the end. Could you imagine what would happen? How many would lose their lives? And it's like, it's just the thing where it's like, they learned about Odin's death like years after it happened.
Well after it was too late.
Yeah. And I can only imagine in Izo's situation, like, you learn about Odin's death, and you also learn that, like, your younger sister is just dead for all you know. And it's like, you learn all of that years after it actually happened, and it's like, it sucks, but it's one of those things where it's like, what would be the point of going there now? Like, there's literally nothing there. It's just Kaido. Like, we would be going there for nothing but revenge, and we would just lose men for no reason. Like, if they went back, there would be nothing to save, you know? Like,
yeah.
Kiku was already gone. Like, Odin was already long since dead. None of the scabbards, or any of the scabbards that were alive, were, like, in hiding, and they didn't, you know...
Or stuck in time.
Yeah, for all they know, Odin and all the scabbards are dead, because nobody knew that any of them had survived. So it's like, I think the explanation as to why Izo is just kind of like whatever about it is it. I think it's that. It's just like, well, like, in his situation, for all he would know in that situation is that, oh, well, like, they're dead, but their death happened a couple years ago. Like, the only thing on that island is Kaido and his army. Like, there's no reason. There would be no reason other than just pure revenge, and even then, that would accomplish nothing for them. Like,
yeah, and I get that, and like, it's maybe something that like I as a reader don't understand enough about Izo. That might be a thing, but I do feel like there should have been at least a like curse that darn Kaido kind of sentiment. Just something, a hint, a grain of salt. But we don't really get that.
Yeah. We do get Ace. He's like, let me go on my own, like I made a promise. And then Whitebeard is like, you think you can vanquish the man that Kozuki Oden could not? Do not be conceited, Ace. And he beats him upside the head with his bicentennial. Like, and you see like Jozu and all that, like, oh god damn it. You see Jozu and Marco like staring at Ace's like lifeless corpse on the deck. And then you just see fucking like Zehaha, and Odin was plenty tough. I get wanting to take a big shot though, Commander Ace. And then there's like, shut up. Shut up, Teach. Ace isn't doing this to hunt down big shots. And it's like, oh, this motherfucker. I hate him.
Ooh. Like, especially like his gross misunderstanding of Ace too. That just feels bad. It's gross in the mouth.
Yeah. Just even the way he frames it should be a red flag for all of them. But I guess whatever. They trusted him on the crew for like so many years. But it's like, you know, hindsight's 20/20. But like seeing the true Blackbeard and then reading this, it's like, oh, like you get all this information is like Ace wants to go back because he made a promise to somebody to take out Kaido. And then Teach's takeaway is like, oh, you're doing it to take out the big guy. It's like, no.
Like,
why are you sus?
Yeah. Like, why are you like this, you rat bastard?
Take a fucking bath. Oh, man. But Ace is like, damn it. I can't keep my promise if I don't get stronger. That's just how heavy a promise you're bearing on your shoulders. And then here's where Izo's like, if Pops ever gives you the go-ahead, send me an invitation, Ace. And Marco's like, yeah, I'd be pretty interested too. And then Ace turns around to them immediately and he's like, in that case, I bet we could already win. And they're just like,
I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah, what's your basis for suggesting that? And I love when it cuts back from the flashback. I love it. You see Marco, like, as he's flying, you see, like, tears trickle off his face. I'm like, damn. I love it. Marco, like, crying, remembering Ace. Like, oh, it's so good.
Dude, like,
because like even
it
during
sucks.
Like, during Marineford, like when Ace died, like the one we saw a lot of the Whitebeard pirates, like they were fighting, and they had reactions, but they were like, "Yo, we have to get out of here. Like, this is bad. Like, we have to retreat." And like some of them reacted, obviously, but I mean the biggest one was like, Whitebeard literally saw it and his bracelet broke and he's like, yep, everyone dies, and he just took it to Akai Inu. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. But I like seeing like because we never saw Marco like really like I guess we didn't need to see him grieve, but he was like I applaud Marco because in Marineford he was the one keeping like the most level head of like everybody,
because he was the next up, and
yeah, and even after everything that's happened, it's nice. It's I don't know. It's just nice to see him like remembering Ace happily and like actually like, you know, like shedding a tear for like mourning is the loss, I guess.
I'm glad that like he has fond memories of it and that we're getting stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
We do see Marco get intercepted by King floating there. And we also see Queen transform into his brachiosaur form. Tell him, like, don't assume you can just fly right past us. All those samurai are surely dead by now. And King adds, and once Kozuki Oden's son is dead, this battle is over. So we've got their position on this, and Marco retorts saying, if you really think that, you're in for a rude awakening. You're pitting yourselves against the new generation now. So, I love it. He's putting in,
love it.
He's putting in his chips. He's betting real hard now. And what I love to see is this took me a bit to realize what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
Queen opens his dinosaur brachiosaur mouth, and a fucking, like, gun out of his mouth shooting at Marco.
Now, I'm no paleontologist.
I'm no boneologist. I'm no dinologist.
Yeah.
I'm no gunologist.
Nah, I'm no paleontologist. I'm not either the ologists. But I have my resume. I have seen Jurassic Park 1 through 3 and World, and in none of those movies did I ever see a Brachiosaurus with a double barrel shotgun in its mouth.
Exactly. And if those things are not historically accurate, I don't know what
God
is.
help us all, honestly.
Yeah. Hollywood has betrayed us. How dare they?
How dare they? But no, it's wild. I saw somebody online talking about it on Twitter. They're like, is this like a Queen thing? Because we've seen Queen like tinkering with mechanical shit, like, and we know he knows of Germa 66 and Judge. Like, did he mod his own devil fruit to like have guns in his mouth? Or
it's gotta be, because like he already has like a dino arm as well.
Yeah.
But if he's like so savvy about viruses and this and that, he must know something about that infamous like gene factor or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, the lineage factor.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
Either way, he's fucking blowing through Marco, and Marco doesn't give a shit. Marco's Swiss cheese.
Marco Swiss cheese. I love it. I love Marco. I mean, this is a story element that has, like, ever since Sabori Archipelago, like, it's been a thing throughout the entire story. Like, Luffy is just the underdog pirate. Like, you know, like, the overarching narrative has always been, like, Luffy comes into a place where there's a pre-existing, like, strong guy, and just nobody knows who the fuck Luffy is. This kid with a straw hat. He won't
just
shut
some rubber
up.
boy.
Yeah, and he comes in and he beats their ass. And I love, like, I mean, Big News Morgan's made it, like, official, but it's been in like a theme in the story ever since Sabori Archipelago, I think, solidified it. Like, these are the supernova. Like, this is the new generation. Like, you know, these are the guys that are gonna, you know,
They're gonna shake shit up.
Yeah, they're gonna shake shit up. Morgan said it best at the end of Whole Cake Island. He was like, one of the supernova will become the next Pirate King. And he's like, and it's all a matter of who you put your faith in. He's like, and I'm putting all my chips on Luffy. Like, that's Morgan's is like a Luffy stan, dude.
It's so wild.
But
and
I like that even Marco, like, because earlier in this chapter, he was like, oh, like, I'm not after Kaido. And he's just like, hey, are you ready? And he, like, takes Zoro up there. He's like, yeah, no, like, this ain't my fight anymore. Like, this is, like he's done.
He's resigned himself to the role of just being a carrier pigeon.
Yeah. So it's so good. I love to see it. And we have the continuation of the Tama. She's like, what? Big bro Luffy? Ace's brother? Then I touched a really sore spot for him. And she's like crying. And we get the sound effect, the onomatopoeia, like, gong.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh my god. And then Nami's like, don't worry, if he was upset he would have told you. More importantly, let's do that plan of yours. And I'm like, I think Usopp shooting Kibi Dango in the gifter's mouths is more likely than I think.
Or the Toby Roppo. Because Nami has to contest with Ulti and page 1.
True. Maybe. Because I don't know if I don't think the Kibidango work on, like, actual devil fruit users.
We have no proof that it would.
We have no proof that it... Yeah, okay. Yeah, if it does, Tama can beat Kaido.
And that's the most fucked up thing. Like, Oda's, like, so close to just fugoing Tama.
Yeah. That's why I think it won't work on actual devil fruit users. I think it specifically works on the gifters because they're, like, fucked up genetic freaks, and, like, the animal part of them is, like, it's like human with animal head grafted on.
Exactly. That has to be the caveat. Because there's a lot more animal in them, it seems.
Yeah.
Instead of just Tama going around, you're mine now.
Oh, I'm just imagining, like, JoJo style of, like Kaido, like, standing like a Dio, like, oh, you approach me, and then Tama all muscular, I can't beat the fuck out of you if I don't get close to you.
Tama all muscular, but like scaled down, like, to the size of his, like, calf or something. Oh, buddy.
So good.
And
well, we get the other reaction.
Momonosuke just realizing that, like, Ace is Roger's son and Luffy's brother, so it's a kind of a double whammy. Not like Tama would have known who Roger was.
Yeah.
But Yamato keeps explaining, you're the ones who brought Luffy here to Wano, aren't you? Out of all the pirates as numerous as stars in the skies, you happen to meet him and brought him to this country. I can only consider that an act of fate. After all, Luffy's name has the letter D in the middle.
After all, the letter D. What's that mean? Momonosuke asks. Yamato's grimace widens. D's nuts, boy. Oh, it's so good.
God, it's gonna and the thing is, Yamato's holding up his quote unquote Bible, the manuscript that Odin wrote.
Yeah, it's Odin's log book. I need
a lot of people are joking
immediately.
A lot of people are joking out there that chapter 100 will get all the secrets of the Will of D.
Yeah,
and whatnot. Everyone's joking about that, but the community being the community, I have no doubt people completely think that that's going to be the case.
Oh, I already saw it. Artor from Library O'Hara, he made a joke tweet like that, chapter 1000 is going to have the color spread, and it was me realizing Will of D will be revealed, and it's this blurry face of some guy running, the meme where the picture's it blurred to show motion. And he made a response tweet to that. He's like, guys, this was a joke. He's like, Oda didn't say in any of his Jump Festa messages or anything that he's gonna reveal the Will of D. Relax.
Yeah,
I guess already people fucking taking what he says seriously.
It really sucks because Arthur has been a great resource for the community for a lot of different reasons, a lot of different introspectives into possibilities and theories of One Piece.
It just sucks though, he can't even joke about something now. It's
joke. He can't even let the man crack a joke. Let him do stand up, please.
Yeah, let the man be funny. Come on, guys.
But what I will say is I do believe we'll get one hint, and I'm on board with quite a few episodes ago. I feel like this was months ago now. You brought up something about the Dawn.
Yeah.
The whole Dawn shit, and Pedro saying it's a new dawn, and Romance Dawn, and this and that.
Because they're constant, the word dawn is constantly brought up, and it's not even just oh, they just choose that word because whatever. It's specifically Roger talked about the coming of the new dawn, and Pedro himself was they're the ones who will bring about the dawn. And it's what the fuck? The dawn? What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro? And the first chapter of the story is Romance Dawn. I feel and I mean, not to get too tinfoil hat theory on it, but we've also talked about the importance of the moons in One Piece, and how there's 70 moons.
Oh man.
And it's what the fuck happens when the moon goes down and the sun comes up? The dawn. That's what. So yeah, I think it'll have something to do with that. I have no doubt in my mind, if it's not chapter 1000 that we get something by the end of this arc for sure, because we have Yamato, who has a notebook that literally has the secret written in there, probably, or at least a hint to it that Odin learned.
I'm more betting that it's a hint.
Yeah, we have Robin, who can read the poneglyphs, which we'll get into in a bit, and there's a road poneglyph, and there's other poneglyphs in Wano right now, and a couple chapters ago we got Law specifically stating I'll see this journey to its end, I will find out what the Will of D is, and it's oh shit, okay, so it's actually happening. There's been so many of those moments lately where at the end of this chapter, there's a moment like that where they just mention the One Piece, when we find the One Piece, and the time frame they're alluding to is in a week And it's like, like,
That's so scary. That we're
we're like in the end game basically.
Yeah,
At least the start of it.
One Piece has this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
And we're gonna need to do some kind of group therapy or something on Twitch to ease ourselves into One Piece being over.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll set something up. We'll get some guests and we'll set something up.
Yeah. That's something that next year, outside of jokey jokes, next year hopefully we'll have some more guests, because next year will hopefully be a little more normal.
Yeah,
eventually
little more normal than this year. But oh man, so we get the final, the final part of this chapter, the final 2 pages, and you see an explosion, and then ooh, yummy flames, and then you see a thundercloud, and then Zeus is like, my stomach is full and crackling, I'm all recharged, and Big Mom descends from the fucking heavens on Zeus, and she's like, so Straw Hat's not here yet? And then she's like, hey, Kaido, kill as many of them as you want, but leave Nico Robin alive. Ooh. And I'm sitting here, and Kaido has the same thought I do. He's like, what? Can't that 3 eyes of yours read the ancient writing? She's like, you mean Pudding? Who knows? I can't wait around for her true eye to awaken. Where are you going to put this island down? There's a castle in the flower capital that stands as the symbol of Kozuki. And then, oh, aren't they having a festival now? That's a lot of deaths. Not a problem. It's easy to get more slaves. They're just talking about this so matter-of-factly, and I'm sitting here like, Robin!
There's so much to just be Jesus fucking Christ about. So much.
Yeah. And, oh, God. He's gonna put it right on the Kozuki castle, too. And he's like, whoa, no. It'll make a nice capital. And
it's really funny to me because it's the opposite of what Bowser does in any Mario game.
Yeah.
Because Bowser always just he sucked at the Peach Castle and now it's gone. But instead, this is the complete inverse, and it feels like the end of Age of Ultron.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people say that, it's Age of Ultron. He's gonna bring down the meteor cataclysmic event. But that's not even. So that's they're talking and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna steal Nico Robin, or at least Big Mom is." And I'm like, at first I'm like, "Oh shit!" Fuck. Nico Robin's in danger. We have to protect her. Then, so fucking nonchalantly, this is so fucking Oda. I loved this. The theory, all the theories were wrong, and I couldn't be happier. Honestly.
Fuck it. Yeah, fuck the theories.
Yeah. So, Big Mom was like, so your road poneglyph isn't there? And he's like, it's too early to be showing your hand, no? And then she's like, hey, don't insult me. It's not like that. I still think of you like a little brother. And then she says, on the day rocks fell into ruin at God Valley, I was the one that gave you the legendary model of the fish fruit. You owe me for life, Kaido. Whatever you say, we can talk after we get it. The One Piece, that is. It's like, dun. But hold on.
The chapter ends the chapter ends oh, they're after the One Piece, but everyone else is just yeah, it's just hold on, 1 fucking second,
rewind, fish, and it makes me so fucking mad and also hype. Yeah, have you ever seen Fish Pog? That's me right now. My alarm went off.
It's so funny because it's right on the heel of Twitter freaking out about carps, which we don't have time to get into. But
Just know that it was complete coincidence. I thought they were
Complete
linked. It was
coincidence.
not.
and
But this is fucking
All-
insane.
like the first thing I said was so Adrian and I read it in Japanese because it comes out an hour before,
Yeah.
and like we don't want to stay up too late. And in Japanese, it's the uo uo no mi, and that comes out to like it'll give you like a specific type of arowana. I'm not gonna remember what fucking
Yeah.
arowana fish it is.
Genius.
But hear me out. And I'm definitely like, as a community, we're on the right track. I brain blasted this the moment I fucking saw
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely based on that.
the koi fish.
Yeah, it's definitely based on the koi fish myth. I mean, that. So, like.
For those of you that never played first generation Pokemon,
It's just Magikarp. That's literally
it's just
it.
Magikarp. The whole shtick goes is that koi fish they're stupid. Koi fish are stupid and fat, and they just grow infinitely. Really,
Yeah.
there's apparently some papers out there, like don't know if it's like too true or not, but there's some papers saying that like there might not be like a natural reason for them to die. They just eventually get so big they just starve and die.
Jesus.
But when they're not like locked in a moat, they try to swim upstream, and that'll lead them like up hills, up these mountains and everything. So the whole legend goes that like once they like get to the apex of the mountain,
When they
they
go up the
become-
waterfall.
they go up the waterfall, they become a dragon.
Yeah. When they get to the top, they pass through like a Shinto gate or something. Some kind of gate. They pass through the gate, and then the gods reward them by making them a dragon.
It's probably some like spiritual, like semi-Buddhist shit.
Yeah. But like
A
that's
metaphor.
it's basically the legend that Magikarp was based on. Like Magikarp sucks and he's stupid, but if you get him to level 20 or 22, whatever it is, you get Gyarados and then you can fuck shit up. This is fucking
Exactly.
wild. And it's all the hints were there from the start, and it's like, dude, everybody in the community was like, no, he ate the dragon fruit.
Yeah.
And we did it. I know Rogers Base called it too. We were like, there's a if he was just a dragon, Kaido would have or Oda would have revealed it already. Like if he
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
an ancient dragon fruit, Kaido he would have already had the Oda box. There was
Like,
a
no pun
specific
intended,
reason.
it was fishy.
Yeah. There's a reason that it was never like officially confirmed up until like, I mean, I'm assuming next chapter we're gonna get the Oda box for it. But,
Assuming, yeah.
like, all the signs were there. I saw one on Twitter. May 1st is Kaido's birthday. May 1st in Japan is also like National Koi Appreciation Day, National Koi Day.
I tried looking into this. I couldn't like really verify something, but I do know on the 5th of May, it's like Children's Day, and that's when you fly koi flags
Yeah,
because of the whole myth. You know, you want your kid to grow up and be a dragon.
yeah. And it's like, there's that, the fucking whiskers, the entire time, the whiskers
The whiskers,
were just
man.
there on his thing. And his tattoo, everyone just assumed, like, oh, it's like dragon scales. Dude,
It's
the
fish
coloring on
scales.
them is like red in the official color scheme for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Like, dog. It's a
Dude.
fucking... And it's in the same kind of, like, spotty style of, like, a... Dude. Fuck. I
So-
love it. I've never been more happy that my theory of Kaido originally being a dragon and eating a fruit was wrong, because this is just so Oda, you know? Like,
Incredibly so. And so like so we've got a friend, Billy. He might not listen to this. We'll probably talk to him about this within the week.
yeah.
But like he's very insightful. He's the kind of person that you give him a controller, he'll find the bugs and shit.
Yeah,
Like-
he breaks every game. He'll find a bug within the first, like, 2 minutes of playing a game.
like instantly. So he's like very like scrutinous, and he mentioned like he caught up very recently. He's read on and off. He caught up pretty recently, and he mentioned if Kaido wanted to kill himself so bad, why wouldn't he just drown himself? And like that, like, ever since reading this chapter, him saying that has just been playing in repeat in my fucking mind.
Yeah, like, fuck. Because you think about it, it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't he just... because he can't. Like, because
he fucking can't.
What's the thing that they say? When they mentioned Kaido, he's the strongest creature, like land, sea, and air, always bet on Kaido. And it's like, oh, I get it. Like, oh, I get it now.
I always assumed that it was a, what's it called? Like, you know, his power, like with his crew. But I never thought to take that quote as like an individual thing.
Yeah. Well, because he also, like, Oda, okay, like, one of the reveals we got was, that Jack is part fishman. And so, like, he could just fuck shit up, and then he just lays at the bottom of the ocean. And it's like, okay, that, like, without knowing this chapter, it's like, okay, that explains the sea part of that. Like, you know, like you said, land, air, or sea, like, always bet on Kaido. He's got queen, he's got king, and he's got Jack. Like, land, wind, and sea. But I never would have thought in my life that was, like, also referring to fucking, like, Kaido himself. Like, which is absolutely fucking wild to me. Because now it's like, okay, does Kaido's... Like, now I just want to know how his fruit actually works. Because, like, okay, like, it's a fish fruit.
And it's legendary.
Yeah, based on the legend, like, on the myth. Is there some kind of, like, is it... Does his fruit have, like, activation? Like, does... Like, is it only active in Wano or something? Because, like, at the entrance of Wano, there's, like, a waterfall and you pass through the gate.
Oh, that's a good point.
And it's like, would that fruit only work?
But he's
I doubt
fearsome.
It.
Like, everyone's scared of him.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is that it's a metaphorical waterfall.
Yeah.
And chapter 1000 or sometime after, we might get, like, a small flashback. Because we haven't seen Kaido as a kid yet. And we got a whole flashback for Mom, and that she was a kid, and then she ate her whole fucking family.
Yeah.
She ate the bones.
She ate the bones. God damn.
Good old vintage Paramecia memes.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of unusual that we don't have a flashback for Kaido. And given that, I feel like we're gonna, like, see some, like, weak poo-poo Kaido, and then he get big and strong and still doesn't do leg day, and then he metaphorical waterfall, and then dragon. You know?
It's fucking wild. I can't wait to see it, because, like, and now it's even better, because now it's like, okay, like, now all the stuff with Vegapunk on Punk Hazard, like, makes a little more sense, because now it's like Vegapunk was trying to create dragons, and now it's like, okay, like, there really isn't, like, what's the deal with living dragons in the One Piece world, because, like, they're the one being that's just not around anymore, and they were important enough for Vegapunk and the world government to try to recreate them. So, like, what do they have to do with
everything, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, the same kind of, like, theme is, like, the dawn always coming up and the moons and everything. Like, dragons are also a thing that comes up a lot because like Punk
They
Hazard,
come
he was
up
trying to
so
recreate
often.
the dragons. You know, Kaido and Momonosuke like are like fake dragons, and then even like the Revolutionary Army themselves. I mean, you know, Monkey D. Dragon, his name is Dragon. I don't know if he changed it or not, but like the symbol of the Revolutionary Army, the people that are opposing the world government,
Yeah.
is a dragon. And it's like, well, is that because of the guy, or is that because of like they know what happened in the Void
Right.
Century? Like,
There's a lot to think about. As a community, one thing that we have to do is reevaluate the canonicity of Monster.
yeah,
But I do agree that like dragons, at least thematically, are such a prominent thing that there has to be something about it.
no, yeah, for sure. Like, oh, this is one of those chapters where it ends and I'm just like, yes, like rubbing my hands together, just yes, it's so good.
There's so much to think about. I feel like I haven't, like after you eat a meal and like you haven't had a chance to digest and it's still heavy in your stomach. It's
Yeah.
like that before my brain.
Dude, this we said it before and we'll say it again. This was this entire chapter was the fish fruit was a medically induced Jimmy Neutron brain blast for the entire community. Like,
and the thing is, like, everyone went to the same conclusion. Everyone, like, cultural consciousness remembered the magic, specifically Magikarp.
yeah.
Like, truth be told, my brain was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, dragons are water spirits in like Chinese and certain like ancient Japanese folklore. It's a Western thing that they're associated with fire.
Yeah.
And like, that's where my brain was. And then I saw memes about the thing and I was like, oh yeah, Magikarp, huh?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the fucking perks of being a lame-ass history major.
Yeah. God damn. But, well, yeah, that's chapter 999. The next chapter 1000.
Yep.
Remember, folks, is going to be the first chapter. Officially, it's coming out January 3rd, which is wild because, like, that's also my birthday. So my birthday is going to be fucking lit next year.
Dog, my birthday, I got Stampede.
Dude.
Your birthday, you got chapter 1000?
Oda's looking out, bro.
Dude, Oda listens to Paramecia.
Dude, the theory Oda is Adri makes so much more sense now. Like,
It's kind of scary. This is why she's like sometimes on, sometimes off the podcast. She's so tired from secretly writing the manga behind my back.
yeah, right now she's not on this episode because she's so tired from writing her Jump Festa message talking about Shanks appearing in 2021.
Oh my god, that's a whole other thing that like
yeah, that'll be another episode. We'll
as much as we clown on Oda for having a poor sense of time, before Whole Cake Island, when Oda said it's going to be Year of Sanji, he fucking meant that. So I'm not going to take this too lightly.
Yeah. Shanks will make his move in 2021. I'm scared. But yeah, that's be wary because next week, probably around the same time the scans usually come out, like Wednesday or Thursday night, spoilers are gonna come out. Like, people are gonna get their hands on the scans because it's already written and I think printed for the new year. Please protect yourself. Stay strapped in the streets. I am like logging off of Twitter like completely on everything, and I'm going off the grid until that chapter drops, because like
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
yeah, if you follow like the YouTube homies, I'm sorry, brothers, but I gotta unsubscribe for the week because y'all, like, some of them do good and their thumbnails are not spoilers at all. Like, they talk about the chapter, but their thumbnails are like non-spoiler at all, which is good.
But some of them,
some of these fucking YouTube frogs, they just be posting straight up spoilers. The titles are fucking, it's wild. Stay strapped, everybody. That's my message going into the new year.
or like, let's be honest, you probably have quite a few Google accounts. So just use another for a week. If you're on YouTube, just use another for a week. We actually will be taking a break. We don't often take like programmed breaks, but you know, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And whatnot. It's Christmas, it's New
Chimpsmas.
Year's. I feel like before we've taken New Year's off as well, but the sheer hype of this will prevent us from doing so.
Yeah.
Like, so we'll be back on the same day. Honestly, I don't want to make promises, but we could do a live reaction.
Oh shit.
I could just like take the L and stay up at 1. I'm off. I have vacation.
Oh shit.
John
dude.
and I will talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll set something up because I might be able to swing something. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that. That'll do it for us this week. Don't forget to follow all of our social media. We're at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else, Facebook, YouTube, the like. Episodes go up every single Monday following the official release. As soon as they're uploaded to parameciafancast.libsyn.com, they are sent via RSS feed to every podcatcher imaginable automatically. So as soon as we upload it to our site, you can find it on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts. I don't know what it's called now. They like rebranded like for the 17th time.
Who fucking knows at this point?
Yeah. But you'll find out if you're subscribed to us on Spotify or iTunes, it'll be in your feed like automatically. Yeah. I can't think of anything else. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Episodes go up every single week there. Usually the day of or the day after, depending on if YouTube is they've been pretty good about letting me upload at a normal time recently.
Was it ever since the day YouTube died?
I think so, yeah.
Damn, bug fix. We let fucking people post episodes now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, in the patch notes.
Super quick. I know I haven't posted in content as me as an individual in a bit because I've had like months worth of like essentially like medical emergencies. I don't think I'll be honest with myself, I don't think I'll do like regularly scheduled content, but I am drafting 2 separate videos that they're not One Piece related. They're like Japan centric tangentially, but I think you're gonna like it. I really think you're gonna like it. I'm not gonna give a shit about like YouTube's like, oh no, you like I'm gonna be real with myself. Like my video is gonna get like at most 50 views, and I'm gonna enjoy those 50 views. But that's not gonna make me any money. So I'm just gonna cuss. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's gonna be
I'm
wild.
Gonna cuss.
Fuck them.
Fuck it. I'm gonna cuss.
I will say a bad word.
Yeah.
I don't have a crack theory, but I have a halfway real theory. There's a non-zero chance that Kaido's not a carp or not a koi fish, but instead he's a catfish. In that catfish are also legendary in Japan, as there was a whole
Don't they cause like earthquakes or the
Yeah.
land? Yeah.
a myth that like a giant catfish caused
Wishcash.
earthquakes. Yeah, the whole thing behind Wishcash as well.
It all leads back to Pokemon.
It
Kaido's
all
a
leads back to
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Actually, Kaido's Rayquaza.